Hello and welcome to this video where I'll be providing you with an overview of the movement controller for the RPG Toolkit. Now the movement controller is a script that you can use to provide click to move functionality for your characters in your games. When I say click to move, I mean similar to Diablo, where you click on an object in the game world and your character would move to it. So moving on, I have a scene set up here which has a player, which is just the constructor character from the standard assets. I have already set up an input manager as well, with the interactive layers being walkable and obstacled. Now if you want more information about how the input manager works, then you can have a look at the tutorial for it, or also I have another overview video which you can have a look at for that. So moving on to the movement controller, we have to do a few things with the player. First of all, the player needs to have a character controller. There we go. So once that's set up, you also need a couple more scripts. Now in this case, we have in the RPG Toolkit section, we have, in the entity, we have movement controller, which has a number of properties. So first of all, we need to set the speeds. So for this character, I'm just going to use 4, 8, rotate speed of 16, and counter gravity strength of 10. Walkable layers, in this case, are going to be walkable, which specifies anything the character can walk on. Obstacle layers are going to be obstacle there, and that specifies anything that should stop the character from walking through it. Now this character already has a number of animations created for it, so in this case we're going to use animation, and I'm going to set them up with the string names there. So we have idle, walk, and run there. Now to get it to handle clicks, we also need one other script, and this could be one you've written yourself, but there is also an example one in the RPG Toolkit. In input, player input handler. Now this is actually a listener to the input manager, so it inherits from mouse input listener. It needs the input manager and mouse input there, and we need to have it selected. Now I'll show you that script quickly. It's quite a simple script. So in Visual Studio, here we have the player input handler, which inherits from mouse input listener. Again, this is all explained in more detail in the input manager tutorial video, and also in the documentation that's provided. It uses the movement controller there. So the first thing in the start method we do is we grab the controller using a get component. Then we have on left click or on double left click. When a left click occurs, we're going to treat that as the character's going to walk, and double left click, we're going to make them run. So the first thing we do here in this line is check, have we clicked on a walkable object? So can the character walk to it, basically. Once we've done that, we set the move state to walking. This will control the animation, and then we set the destination, which is the click position, which is set provided on left click. That was where that was where the mouse was clicked. And we do pretty much the same for on double left click. The only difference being we're changing the move state there to running, and that will have a different animation. So with that done, let's move back to Unity, and I will run the application, run the game, and if I click around now, you'll see the character will walk, and it's also animated. I have a double click there, he starts running. There we go. And then when he stops, he performs an idle animation. And that is the movement controller. Very, very simple to get running, and hope you enjoyed it. Bye.